Hello people, so we're got a bit of nice sunshine, so I thought I'd come out here and try and repair this thing. I'm gonna come out to it earlier, man, and it's seized. I literally grabbed it pull start and it was just, yeah, man, solid. So grab this pulley, get a little bit of a spin, like, you know, and it's freed itself up. It's got plenty of compression, you know. There's no problem with compression. It's been sat outside with a bag over engine for the last fucking 2 weeks, so yeah, it's probably the cold or whatever. So yeah, we're just got to take the fan cowling off. Also, what I could do with doing is just removing this clip here, maybe snipping the wire again, you know, revealing some fresh copper there, give this a rub down so that's nice and fresh. And I know that that's getting a decent signal, if you want to say that, from the flywheel and the coil. Yeah, I will take the coil off as well. That's obviously why I'll take the fan cowling off and do all that. Shouldn't take me too long, like. To be fair, it could do with a service, I could do with changing oil, but obviously I just want to try and get it running at the minute. Just wanted to show this little interesting thing here. This bad boy is from the 1970s. Screwball ratcheting driver, you know. I like my old school tools. Yeah, we'll do it later, mate. Yeah, we'll sort it later. But yeah, anyway, it's from 1970s. This bad boy piece of kit, to be honest with you. I like these here. Proper pair of mole grips from the 1960s. Can't beat old school tools, just like you can't beat old school machinery. To be fair, the toolbox I got for free. I was fucking cruising down road, and I seen this fucking pile of rubbish which had just been dumped, and I seen this on it. I thought, fucking hell, looks alright that. So I jumped out, had a ganders, it had this in it. It had the this hammer in it as well, Richmond hammer, never heard of it before. But you know, you can't pass up stuff like that for free, can you? Can't beat stuff that's for free anyway. So yeah, I'll crack on with this, take this fan cowling off, have a ganders at the coil. Like I say, take this off as well. So I've got cover off again. Obviously I'm going to take the coil off, get a good clean up, get a rub down on the bottom bits here, armatures, whatever. And then down back there, you see the wire that runs off the coil into the back of the flywheel. That's because this thing's got points. So if I can't get it sparking, once I've rubbed all this rust off and what other shit, like I say, rubbed the rust off round to where it clips to the HT lead, shall we say. Because you can't really call it a HT cap, can you? It's just a fucking clip which clips onto the top of spark plug. So yeah, I'm going to take this off and have a ganders and see what it looks like. So my camera skills aren't the best. Probably get this little wire rubbed down as well. Don't look in the best nick. Just got to be careful with this wire on back. You can see there that it's not the best. They're not too bad them, to be honest with you. So that someone's probably rubbed them down beforehand as well. We'll give them a rub down and put it all back together again. See if we've got a spark. Like I say, if we ain't got a spark, then it's a case of taking the flywheel off, take the clutch off, take this off here, pull it off, undo the casing round the back, and obviously see what the condition of the points are in. Maybe give them a rub down and then go from there. Oops. Hopefully, depending on how well the engine runs, depends on if I'll swap a different engine over. If it runs well, then I may do a conversion to just a normal coil instead of points, you know, an electronic coil. But obviously, it all depends on how it runs. If rings have gone, I haven't really had the head off and checked the cylinder or anything like that. Like I say, I know it's got relatively decent compression. So, like I say, at the minute, we just got to figure that spark out, and then once I've done that, got it sparking, and we can see if it runs, and go from there, really. So yeah, I'm going to give this a rub down now, not on camera, because I can't hold a camera, unfortunately. And I could do with probably getting some sort of tripod or something to help me record. But yeah, I'm going to get a rub down up back here. Just give these a rub down as well, and give the bottom of these a rub down. So I've cleaned off the bits on the engine there, as you can see where the it bolts up. Also clean the back on the bottom. So I'm going to stick that back on now. Get this little brass bit here a clean up, and then going to clean this end up here because it ain't in the best nick. Get all the good rub down, probably chop it off about there, expose a lot more copper wire and wrap it round it a bit more so it's got a bit more contact with that copper wire inside. I'll stick it back on there. Well, we have no spark whatsoever, and the stupid fucking clip that I had on the end of there, which was corroded to death, it was thin as fuck, decided to snap, so it still worked like that anyway regardless. You know what I mean? But yeah, we've got no spark, so it looks like it's cover off. Try and get this flywheel off somehow. I don't have the, it's supposed to be a certain tool you've got to take that off there, so we've got to figure that out. So yeah, fucking back off with this. So we got the flywheel here. Now I don't know whether this has to come off first or what. There is a clip here if you could see. So I might have a go at taking the clip out first. Circlip, whatever you want to call it. Split pin. Oops. Oh, luckily we didn't fucking lose that. Oops. Right. I'm fucking shit myself then because this bearing, I didn't know if it was just going to start spurting out with bearings, but there's 4 bearings in there anyway. So we'll take this off here. Looks like it could do with a grease in there, it's pretty dry. Right, so let's turn this around and try and catch all these bearings that are going to fall out. There's one. There's 2. And there's 4. Right, so there's a washer in there as well I need to try and get to, so 1 second, let me try and get that out. This is the part where it gets fun, because we have to remove this now. See, I don't really want to use any of these fins here, too thin. Might get away with wedging some under here, you know, and giving it a whack, a tap here or something. So yeah, let me have a ganders in my toolbox and that and see what I can use to try and wedge it up or something. So this is my idea. Obviously this here's wedged under there. I have just given it a couple of taps with hammer. It did start moving ever so slightly. So I'll keep hitting it, just giving it some tiny taps on these corners here. I've got, that's what I'm using. Just an extension bar with hammer. Straight onto there like that, getting a bit of a tap. Not too hard because I don't want to damage anything. you know, but it just a few nice little knocks on it, and it should take it loose. And there we go, it is loose, no damage, comes out easy. Take this off now. And here we have the flywheel. Let's check the Woodsworth key. It's there, that's fine. So now what we need to do is we need to try and take the flywheel off. Now, we need to, I could possibly do with whacking the end here, but I need something soft. So I'm going to have a look and see if I can find something soft, because I do not want to fuck this end up here. So I will remove the coil first as well, so that's not impeding it as I'm trying to pull it off. So I'll remove coil now, and then we'll try to get on to removing the flywheel. So we got the flywheel off. All I did was just get the hammer, just give it a couple of gentle taps on the back here, and obviously it came off. So now this is the flywheel off. Right, I was mistaken a second ago when I said that these bearings here, which go on here, go in there, should not be greased up. This should be nice and free of debris and gunk, because the last thing you need is you want these bearings here to roll freely in there. Oh shit, don't want that rolling away now, do we? But you want them to roll freely in there anyway. So the key looks pretty clean, you know. Try and focus in on that there. Not bad at all. So make sure we put that safely down there. We do not want to lose that now. So now the points are behind here. I don't know what to expect. See, it's not sparking at all, so I don't really know. Maybe the coil is totally faulty. If I can't get it sparking, all I'll do then is I'll just go and buy the electrical system instead of just, you know, going back to the old point system. So what I'll do is I'll take this cover off here. Let me just pause this. So we've got the cover off now. I'll take it off and have a look. And wow, it looks clean. Extremely clean. Jesus. Almost looks brand new in there. Yeah, that's mad that. Let's have a look, see if this is moving. Yeah. Contact, is it making contact? Yeah, seems alright. Oops. Oops, fucking, I don't know how does it, fucked anyway. So yeah, looks like it's a new coil. I mean, I can't see anything wrong with them points there. I may buy another coil like this if I can find one. If not, like I say, I'll just convert it over to a modern day coil, and then be a lot easier to sort out in the future. For now, I'll put the cover back on. This hard way. Put the cover back on. So definitely, they look new. They look fucking new, like brand new. Like they've never been used, kind of thing. You know, like they've just been put in. They look fucking brand fire new. To say it's a rotivator, you'd expect them to have at least a bit of rust. To say, considering the state of the thing, you know. I mean, even the engine. I mean, the guy could have done like a little restoration on it, you know, on the engine. I don't know, really. Don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, we do not have fucking spark. That's a pain in the ass. So yeah, this is part 2. Hopefully in part 3 we'll get this thing running and see if she moves or not. But this is the only thing when you have engines that have stood around for so long that shit happens. Like that blue, obviously, I don't know, you can't really see, if you can see inside there, the tank is really not in good condition. I'd need to get some sort of decent acidic stuff to break up all the rust in that. Oh yeah, I'm going to bag all my shit up and put up bearings and that in a bag, and then I'm going to go online and have a look to see how much coils are, and then hopefully sometime at back end of next week I can be out finishing it off. Fingers crossed. Well, cheers for watching, people. Peace.